Apalak, hi, how are you?
All fine, man. All fine, Amit. How are you?
I'm doing great, Apalak. Apalak, Q4 2022 cloud results are out, and we are seeing lower growth rates compared to the past quarters. Your inputs on this?
Amit, it's my favorite area. You know my love for cloud. So yes, let me call this out. Yes, lowest growth rates, but let's also look at the absolute numbers also. Because at times one tends to get confused with lower growth rates. Is the market not doing well? So, just to get you numbers, AWS clocked $21.38 billion in its Q4. Just to give you data, Microsoft does not call out its revenue directly from its cloud portfolio because it combines a couple of its solution portfolios. It's called as Microsoft Intelligent Cloud, but it includes its Windows servers, SQL servers, and a bunch of other portfolios. But our analysis suggests that that also has done reasonably well. Google has clocked in $7.32 odd billion in last quarter, right? So point to be made, growth rates, the rate of growth has reduced. Completely agree to that. But that does not mean small numbers. None of these hyperscalers has decelerated as well. I mean, let me call this out loud and clear. None of them have decelerated. The rate of growth has reduced. And I'll tell you what I mean by that exactly, right? AWS has grown 20% year on year. So right. Q4 2022 has been 20% more than the Q4 of 2021. There has been a growth. Why we are saying lower growth rate? Because the growth rate of Q4 2021 vis-a-vis Q4 2020 was 40%. The rate of growth has reduced by half for AWS, right? For Google, for Azure, for Microsoft, this year's growth rate has been 31%. Prior to this, if you compare 2020 with 2021, was 50%, right? And Google, which is the smallest as compared to the other two, the top two, still is growing at 32%. Previously, it was 45%. So yes, the rate of growth have reduced. None of them decelerated and still growing healthy. And I'll tell you why. The reason for that: A, muted economy. That's one. B, there was a sudden spike in requirement of cloud because of pandemic. Everybody was talking about digital transformation, and whenever somebody talks about digital transformation, everybody was hinging their right on cloud computing. So we saw a sudden spike. A lot of use cases were made around cloud computing. So we suddenly see a spike. So hence, it is not possible to have growth rates at that level consistently year on year. So in fact, that is a true state of any market, right? That growth eventually tapers down. And more so in this current case, I personally feel this will continue to be so, which is a tapered growth rate for the next 2 quarters at least, right? With how the market is functioning. But having said so, I think if you do a further analysis of the three, while all the three, like I said, have clocked decent numbers in terms of year-on-year growth rate, but considering the sheer size of their business and the rate of growth, I think Microsoft kind of has the edge right now. So just to a simple arithmetic, right? Correct. Microsoft Azure grew at 31%, right? Yes, it is second in place, not as big as AWS, but AWS grew at 20%, right? So what we see by each passing year, the difference between the top contender and Microsoft is reducing.
Correct.
Right. And Google has a long way. Then you also have the other players. I mean, if you include the likes of IBM, Alibaba, and Oracle, I mean their market share will be in less than will be in around the single digit, right? And also one other edge that Microsoft will have, and I'm sure they'll not see Google or AWS not respond to this, but you also have now Microsoft launch their Azure AI service, which is backed by ChatGPT, right? So this might also help them give a higher uptake. I mean, I'm not saying this is the only reason for doing that, but people who need cloud will go for cloud regardless of this. But from a past standpoint, this may be a small vector of change that I see.
Sure. And Apalak, a quick Think Teal's take on this.
So I think I said that in somewhere in the middle. I think the cloud market is slowly maturing. I expect the growth rates to be tapered going forward, especially in the next 2 quarters, right? And also, we've started getting news about how enterprises are also being careful about their cloud spend. There have been certain enterprises who've also burned a lot of money by getting huge bills from the cloud infrastructure, right?
Right.
So people, when you have a muted economy, people are also careful in their ICT spend, regardless whether it's on-premise or cloud. So all of this is going to contribute to a tapered growth, but I think it's a matter of time before it's resilient and it comes back strong.
Absolutely, Apalak. So we'll obviously keep a close track on the market in the coming few quarters as well. And that's it for this particular episode. And I look forward to connecting with you again. Take care.
Bye.